Good day, dear friends. Mrs. L and I came back from our evening downtown in the city in New York City. It is 10:37 p.m. That's late for us.
It is. It's very late.
Late on a Saturday night, and we wanted to share with you America is back in business, whether anybody likes it or not. It is the God's honest truth. We are ready to go. We are ready to talk about what we did this eve. We want to share with you so many of our ideas and thoughts and comments. And we just wanted to just jump into it. Darling, without further ado, tell everybody what we went to, what we saw, what we were part of this eve.
Well, we had a wonderful evening celebrating Columbus Day. It's a whole Columbus Day kind of weekend in New York City, which is such a great thing to see. There are so many different activities and festivities and people acknowledging Christopher Columbus.
Cristoforo Colombo.
Exactly. And we had a beautiful dinner, the Columbus Society.
81st annual.
Right. 81st annual at Cipriani Wall Street, which is a beautiful venue. I believe it's an old banking building. I would have to double check myself on that. The architecture is beautiful. And I would say it was about 500 people. And it was just a beautiful night of community, of opera music, of celebrating. You might want to take some of the celebrants. You might want to explain some of the honorees. But it really felt good that New York was back and that it was black tie and that people were happy and food was flowing and music. And it was just a beautiful evening.
It was also the 81st annual celebration of the Columbus. I forget the name. We have
I'm gonna look.
we have the.
Look at us. We're a little tired. Let me see.
Oh, this is wild for us to be up. Me? Normally, I'm getting up about this time.
Now, let me just see something.
There we go. Columbus celebrate. This is
honey, I don't have my glasses.
There we go.
Here.
Okay, hang on.
No, it's the heritage. The
right, celebrate. No, this is the 81st annual Columbus celebration, and
but it's also
Cipriani Wall Street.
But it's the Columbus Society, but they take a tremendous amount of, they spend their energies and monies on scholarships for underprivileged. And they had a recipient there who just became, what'd they say, an assistant DA.
Yeah, an ADA here in New York.
So I hope she's going to be changing some of the laws here.
Yep.
I'll just leave that for another program. But it was hosted by Maria Bartiromo.
And it also honored, among others, among some great Italian-American notables, the owners, I should say, of WABC and others, John and Margot Katzimatidis. I've been doing radio for a long time. These are the best radio owners. They let you alone, and they want you to go wild. They're the best. And everything. He is an American. He's a stalwart. And there is no board of directors. There's nobody to be worried about. He just basically says, this is like his love. So he was one of the honorees. It was something. I mean, it was something.
Along with Margot, make that, because they're quite the team. And
my good friend, our good friend Mark Simone, known him for 30 plus years, was there. I think Cuomo was there. Yeah. I didn't see. We saw Curtis walking on the street, but
I didn't see him inside the venue. Governor Cuomo was there. Governor
Patterson
was
great
there.
Guy. Former Governor David Patterson, his wife Mary.
Doctor was very interesting.
Oh, Fabrizio.
That was an honoree for his work. His whole family was there, so to see the different generations.
But here's the bottom line. This is what's so great. While this was a celebration of American, Italian Americans and others who came here, who love this country, who assimilated, who moved in and added to America. Today you've got these bastards, these Antifa folks, being funded by foreign types, people who want to destroy the fabric of our country.
We're not having it.
And this it was just what an incredibly antithetical comparison, if you will. These people came, they love this country. And all of them, they talked about their humble backgrounds and, oh my God. But they came here and they didn't demand that everybody speak Italian or demand that. No, they assimilated. And I'm telling you something, it was something.
But what did I say to you at one point? It was such a feel good, right?
Yep.
Community. And I turned to you at one point and I said something to the effect of, they hate all of us in this room.
Yes.
Why?
Antifa
Why?
does. Antifa hates us.
Yes, yes. Why? Such an American community, New York.
Yep.
People dressed up, people laughing, sharing, and they hate us.
John Jelaine says, help me, I'm trapped in a woman's body. I don't know what that means. Just kidding. He says, all the immigrants that came to America from Europe were trying to get away from something. Yep. We also met somebody who was very interesting. We had a, it's funny. You know what we do. I know what we watch this together. And we're familiar with this particular platform. This woman came up. She's very, very nice. She's originally from Poland, and she knew who I was and knew who you were. And she was trying to explain to a friend of hers who's not particularly hip, but she said, I love the way you talk about these things because of the fact that she's from Europe, and Europeans know what's happening. They understand, they read, they understand how a democracy or a free country can be lost in a heartbeat. I'm finding myself right now saying stuff that if you'd have told me, I don't know, when I was 20, I said, oh, this is that right-wing, typical, I said, okay. I swear to God, we are in the middle. How many times have I told you? We are in the middle of a civil war. We are in a civil war. And they're not Marxists. Stop saying that. They're not Marxists. A Marxist I can deal with. A Marxist I can deal with. I understand it. These are just anti-American, not even anarchists. They just want to destroy. They have no ideology. They don't have anything. A Marxist will promote Marxian ideology, planned government, class warfare, whatever it is. Antifa, these are just thugs. These are the brown shirts. These are the fascists. These are people. Stop. We got to stop using Marxism. And no. I can deal with a Marxist. Zoran Mamdani is not a Marxist. He's not a democratic socialist. These are phonies. They just hate people. They hate our society. And you elevate them. You elevate them by giving them a name of Marxist. I know at least two Marxists. They can be smart people. I don't want their ideology. No, this is different. By the way, for those who just tuned in, we went to the 81st Avenue. It's a Columbus.
81st, not Avenue.
81st Avenue. It's the
81st
Brooklyn.
81st
Annual,
Avenue.
yeah.
81st Annual.
Right. Annual.
Italian Heritage
Yes. Right.
Society. Okay, who does a wonderful job. First of all, they put on the Columbus Day Parade, which is
Parade.
Well, you'll be at that on Monday with WABC Radio.
Monday.
I know we have a nor'easter coming. I'll be alongside you.
Yep.
They say they're putting a tent up on Fifth Avenue, but I hope it doesn't rain like that. It'll ruin it because they do get a big turnout for the Columbus Day Parade.
We'll see what happens.
So we'll see what goes on with that. But it really was a lovely evening, and the city is packed. Are you noticing this?
New York is so
Lately,
bad.
What's everybody do? They're going,
and this is the financial difference. This is FIDI, as they say. This is Wall Street. This is just, it was packed. By the way, the streets, if you've ever been to Wall Street, the streets are like, there's no, you.
Yes, but when we were kids, because you usually say that, it was a ghost town on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole Wall Street area.
Yeah.
But now they have hotels and they have restaurants and bars.
Young people bar hopping.
I saw a lot of young people. Did you see that?
Yep.
And you never had, you know what I also noticed? I was thinking back. You never had those corner markets. I saw a couple of those. It was strictly financial buildings. When Friday was done, shut down.
Yep.
I was really surprised.
It was really something. They had and also it was reminding me of those most of us American, at least if many of us have like the story of like our grandparents who had a grandmother or grandfather from another country who maybe didn't speak English, or who was your favorite relative? like, oh, you have some that you like, especially if you have a bunch of them, like older, not cousins. Cousins are like collateral, watered down siblings. They're not really.
They're still
Well, you know how it is.
watered down. So,
Yeah.
but we did hear a lot that common theme of grandparents or parents coming here, not speaking English, working hard, selling apples and bananas. Remember that
Yeah.
story? And just assimilating into
the
society, wanting
honoree-
better for their kids. Remember that?
Right.
Everybody said the same. Their kids and grandkids, they want better for.
What was his name? Malio or whatever. He
Yeah.
was he ran Ameritrade. His father was he in Italy, born in Italy, moved to this country. He was like just a fruit vendor, and went to World War II. Somehow they went to Belfast, went to Ireland for something. I don't know what it was.
He had a 6-week leave.
Yeah, 6 weeks. They went to Ireland, met his wife in Belfast. So here's this Italian guy during World War II who didn't really speak. His English wasn't that great. Meets this Belfast girl, and he lives from Park Avenue in the Bronx. As you know, Fifth Avenue, Park Avenue goes all the way up past. Does it go past Harlem River and it goes straight up, way up, or East Harlem maybe, goes all the way up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so his parent, the girl's parents, this fellow's mother's Irish parents says, we got to marry this guy. He's got his own business and he lives on Park Avenue. Well, he had he was sold bananas and fruit, but it was this story. All of them fighting, all of them serving.
You left out the best part of the story. So she thought, I have to marry this guy. Park Avenue, New York.
Yeah.
They heard all these stories, how glamorous it is, and
Yeah.
beautiful. But that part of Park Avenue,
Yeah.
it was like, on a third floor walk up,
Yeah.
Overlooking the railroad tracks,
Right.
kind of thing.
Near Arthur Avenue.
She wrote home or something like, I don't know why all these, people are talking so much about glamorous Park
Yeah.
Avenue kind of thing. But that was a cute story.
It was
the way
one
you
story
told
after
that.
another, one after
But
another.
that common theme of family, of, I dare say, faith kind of thing. You have to have a lot of faith to come
Yep.
here, not speak English at all, no money
Yep.
in your pocket, start some kind of business, work hard for your kids, instill in them, right, to work hard. Nobody gives you anything. And so how dare these people today, right?
And
the way
also,
the way they're acting after we
Right.
sat in a room of 500 people like this.
And also they had just the idea of how people came, they worked hard. And there was also, which is so wonderful, no mention of the mafia. I'm so goddamn tired of all this mafia. The mafia channels and this thugs and that's so bored with them. It's like the same 10 people telling the same 10 stories.
No, well, this is
No, but let me say something. On YouTube, you've seen them. It's the same people. They've got these people who keep. Listen, I guess it's interesting, but it's like that is a part of it. That's a part of this a little bit. Well, I'm going to talk about. Seriously, I sound like Mario Cuomo was big into this. He hated The Godfather. I'm not going to say to forget about this, but it's nice to hear something other than organized crime.
well.
What do you mean,
Godfather, no, I'm digressing, but Godfather reminded me of Diane Keaton. And I don't know why that bothers me.
I was just going to say.
Because I don't know her. I think it's because I have a connection back to high school and going to see on a Saturday night for $1 in New Jersey, Annie Hall. We had a lot of good movies during that period. We had Goodbye Girl, Turning Point. I remember going to, as a teenager, all those movies with a friend of mine. And I know it bothers me, but she was, that's all.
Sometimes
Godfather, remember she was in Godfather?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kay.
Okay.
She was also great, and also was it Hannah and her sisters? Was that it?
She was in that.
Woody Allen had some great, and Annie Hall was you even dressed like that.
That was a good look in 77. I think it was 77. That was an alternate look.
Right. You know what also was
And
an alternate look, which was very important. People don't talk about it now, but it was true. This is Madonna. Madonna gave you a look too as well. Not you, but I'm saying that kind of a whatever.
No, I think I gave her the look. I'll
This
just
is.
leave it at that.
I've got to say.
She stole my look.
I've got to say something right
Stole
now.
my look.
Please don't hold this against her. This is my opinion right now. There's something to me so sad. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't know. When you see somebody who's tries to look nicely appointed, and they're walking around, women, and they got a big tattoo on their back.
No, it doesn't look
Dear God,
Doesn't look
stop
good.
this.
Just doesn't look good.
Stop this.
Mm.
Oh my God. So what happened
all
to
you
the
have to
party?
say?
Why do you come home so early? We're done. It was a dinner. It got done at 10 o'clock.
First of all, the party was over at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
it was a dinner. It was a big deal.
It's 6 to
Cocktails,
10.
6 days.
That's what it is. 500 people from 6 to 10. A sit-down dinner. And then a little bit of Gloria Gaynor at the end. They had a little bit of a dance floor.
Yeah, they were dancing.
And then that's it.
No sane man will dance. When we dance, it's very filthy.
But we only dance in private.
Very, very, very. Somebody says tramp stamp. Tramp stamp is different. First of all, you wouldn't see a tramp stamp.
I don't like that name.
No, wait. But you wouldn't see a tramp stamp on a gown. A tramp stamp means lower. Is it different?
It's in the back.
It's in the back. It's like, why? See, you got the wrong name.
This is like on the arms and on the shoulder and around the neck and the back.
Who puts and all the cobwebs and spider webs? What is the?
Listen, it's artistic freedom, honey. Whatever.
I'm not saying there should be a law against it.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it should be prohibited, but there's no class. It's trashy.
They think it's a work of art.
Jesus is. Oh, another thing else, I cannot believe nobody. The holding the fork
that
like
was
this.
I was looking.
What are you, the cello player? Who holds
because
it
of
like
you?
this?
I'm looking at everybody with their fork holding now.
Oh my!
That was bad.
Is there anybody? Anybody? And we also, whenever it's interesting. We always get the vegetable stuff because we're going to go for this Chilean sea bass stuff. We go for the vegetable. It was like a ratatouille thing. It was great because that's the stuff they're going to make fresh. Not fresh, but it's fresher. Tends to be better. I thought it was very good the whole night. And that was it. We're done. We got a swag bag. But we wanted to come back and tell you that, you know what? God bless America.
No, it was beautiful.
God bless America. This is still the land of opportunity. This is still for a lot of our folks. And it's great to see, and we have to go to a bunch of foreigners who came over here, children who were American born, but who recognize this to keep asking. We're lucky as hell, and they're trying to take this away from us. Antifa wants to destroy this. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to be in the war?
Well, I also hope a lot of, for instance, that doctor that was honored.
Hang on, Mandy says, are we allowed to say how gorgeous the wife is? Are you kidding?
Thank you, Mandy. It's end of the day, but I'm trying
come
to keep
on.
it together.
She's so class. You should see she's got a style. She's got a possess. She's got style. Isn't it Billy Joel? Well,
that was Uptown Girl or something.
No, she's got a style.
Oh, you're right. I can't sing. I want to say something before I forget. I do hope, for instance, the doctor, I started out saying that his 2 sons were there with their wives. The dad pointed out when he gave his acceptance speech, he's thanking everybody, how they work and have young children in this demanding world, and he admires them and thanks them. So I hope now that next generation continues all of this tradition and continues pushing. That's what I hope for, because this is the breaking point right now. Our age is still doing it, right?
Can you imagine what would have happened in the 30s if there had been some Antifa? You take a bunch of folks who fled Eastern Europe, Communist Europe, poverty, a lot of it Europe, elsewhere. I'm sorry, and they've always given Europe such a bad, European parentheses white. But I'd like to see what do you think somebody in the Bronx in the 30s would have done if he got a hold of some Antifa trying to destroy us? A bunch of thugs showing up.
Lead pipe time.
Oh,
there's lead pipe time in the Bronx.
No, but these people are serious. They fought for this country. It's the most important thing.
Yes. But I was also happy to see
Mandy Cush says, by the way, you both look wonderful, but she is just something else. I'm in awe. There you go. See that?
Thank you very much. But I'm in awe of my fantastic husband, who always sticks out in a crowd, who always is the smartest one in the room. I'm sorry, honey, but also brings a sense of humor. Because some people
and modesty.
A lot of people don't have a sense of humor at all, or they don't understand sarcasm.
No.
Or we both kind of suffer from talking fast.
Well,
and people won't catch on.
Or we don't see the obvious, sometimes today they had a silent auction, and we all had paddles. They dropped these things, And I thought to myself, it'd be funny if all of a sudden if somebody went to the John, if I picked up the paddle and started going like this, 422, 422, and then
Well,
put it
your
back.
name was associated with a number, so they already had that
Yeah.
pre-planned
So
type of
let's say
thing.
422 goes to the John, and when he goes to the John, I keep holding up his paddle and I put it back down, and all of a sudden he gets notified. You've bid $18,000 on a Balenciaga bag or something. I thought it was funny.
Listen, they
And I,
took in a lot of money.
so I kind of told it. I didn't know that, but I told this kind of joke, and they looked at me like,
yeah,
"Well, why would you want to?" I said, "No. Imagine if you were going to hold the paddle up, well, why would you do that? It's a joke." Anyway, no, but they brought in a lot, $150,000 just for scholarships.
no more because they had then some private donations and things like that. So they
Absolutely.
did very well. But I thought the auctioneer was interesting. He was running
Oh
around.
my God!
At one point, he couldn't breathe. Remember, so many people were holding up their paddles. He was running and running. He had sneakers on, running. He had a white dinner jacket and sneakers. He was running from one corner. There were 500 people there. That's a good thing. He was running from. They held up the number and then they would flash it on a big screen, nothing
And
like shaming you when you're,
Yes, and people thought he was one of the waiters.
Yes,
Because he had a white jacket. Very funny. Is that right? A white dinner jacket though, and
he had a white dinner jacket. I guess he chose to wear that
in October. I don't know.
maybe on purpose. And then all the waiters and waitresses had like white jackets on.
Yeah,
So-
perhaps.
But I thought he was very good.
Perhaps.
I thought he was very good.
But you have a style. How would you describe your style? What would you call your style?
Me?
Yours? Yes. What would you call it?
I don't think I have a style.
You have a style. Yes, you do. You got your own style.
I don't know
what do you call it?
I don't know what the name of it. Warrior
No,
style.
stop it. No, who would be the best? Who would be the best? See, this is.
It's kind of classic with an edge.
Can I say, yeah, classic with an edge and
A little.
dare I say, a little bit of, I'm gonna say, a little bohemian sometimes, artful.
When I was younger, much more bohemian. But you can't.
No, but you do
it when
this
you get
stuff.
ol- I know, but you can't
yes,
do it when
you
you get
do.
older.
No, you.
I can't walk around in braids and cowboy
No.
hats. I would look foolish.
No, but
now. At one
accessorizing-
time it looked good. but
Accessorizing, she's very good. She's very, very good with that.
I'm into all that scarves and.
You also like
stuff that.
costume jewelry.
I love
which you
costume
turn me in.
jewelry.
That's a very interesting thing.
From thrift stores and things like
Yes.
that comes from 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s. I
Right.
love all that stuff and scarves and all that jazz.
That's the thing. The same way to accessorize. And also, I'm still into sprezzatura.
Your sprezzatura.
Sprezzatura. Gianni Agnoni. Anyway, so when it's 11 o'clock, we just wanted to jump on and say we love you. But we were feeling this motion, this feeling of this
Well, I think
wonderful.
it's very patriotic. I think we should use the word patriotic because that feeling in New York,
Yes.
certainly, I'm wherever all these wonderful people live, they may feel it more. And you do feel it more in small towns. Depends where you live, obviously. But we haven't been feeling it in New York. Yet there are so many people like us in New York.
Right.
So that's the problem I'm always having, because people are whispering, people are like us. Everybody must come out. We've got this mayor's race coming up. We know what needs to be done. People better get busy. We've got just about a month left, a little less than a month.
Yeah.
And this is crunch time, right? I think it can be done. The course changed, but people have to work really hard in the next few weeks. But it was great to see flags and to see tradition, to see families, right? Food, hear these stories. People just happy for a few hours.
And I'll say it again, to retain your culture, to retain your language, but to assimilate. Not to have calls for prayer at 3 a.m. like in Dearborn, Michigan. Not to have people seek, as you would say, Sharia law, or to have an Islamist tsunami take over a town, not to just represent American values, but to replace it. They want to mimic where they left.
Yeah.
We can't let this happen. You hear what I'm saying? We can't let this happen. Assimilation is one thing. That's terrific. We are not going to lose our values. We're not going to lose our language. We're not going to lose our culture, our traditions, our values, our music, our food. We will supplement it. We will tweak it. Fine. No, not a problem. But we are this close from this. And that's one thing that even Trump can't really address as much as we can culturally. By the way, be on the look for, I mean, this Letitia James, just her case is worse and worse. And John Bolton, they say they're going to get him again. Bring it on. Just make sure it works. The Comey thing you can say goodbye to. That's a dog. But what are you going to do? I think.
Yeah, and why did they parade him in a back door?
Parading? No, no parading at all.
There was no parading. There was parading. No parading is right.
But Hillary Clinton, and also did you see how they're trying to say Joe Biden is really sick? And something tells me they might be doing this in kind of as a preparation for a Sicilian flu.
But you know what I think? You want to hear what I think about that?
What?
Now, you might think I'm crazy when I say this. As tough as people think President Trump is, I think one of the things he lacks is he goes soft sometimes.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think, again, I have no knowledge of this. I'm just in my mind and how I create these scenarios in my mind. Would say something like, let him go. He's sick and he's old now. Just let it go. I could see him doing that.
He did that with Hillary.
And
he did that with Hillary. Remember that? Because they said, remember his three things. Build a wall, drain the swamp, lock her up. Remember that? He didn't lock her up. They still got away with murder with that one. But we have a lot to work. Listen, what I'm saying is we have a lot to work on still, but
we have to work on things.
Right.
Besides all that, we have to work on the American people and protecting our children, and dealing with this artificial intelligence.
Tell them about
that.
Tell them about.
I'm still from yesterday.
Didn't hear it.
The Warriors were part of a wonderful event here in New York City yesterday. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, otherwise known as
Essex. No, Sussex.
Sussex.
Oh, sorry, David
Essex is New Jersey.
Rock
Essex
on.
County. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. They have a foundation, the Archwell Foundation, and they're very much into mental health. Harry's into this.
Can you hear? Okay, folks. Can you hear?
Yes.
Just want to make sure. Okay, just want to make sure. 5x5. Just want to make sure.
Oh, okay. And they've been doing this for about 5 years now. Their foundation. And they come into New York, and there's a building it was an old AT&T building, an old phone building downtown on Barrack Street, and it's a 6th-floor studio. And Healthy Minds Project is the name of this. And they throw a fabulous event. I can't even explain it, except it is done so well. There are about 20 different panels, all about mental health and solutions and resources. They bring in loads of young people. Yes, they do yoga things. They had Deepak Chopra. But what I was focused on, and a lot of the others there, well, it wasn't really. It was the Warriors and then some of the panelists that I know from around New York and around the country talking about AI, the artificial intelligence. And an author, he's had a book on the best-selling list, New York Times, take it as you may, for that 80 weeks now, called The Anxious Generation. And he's an NYU sociological professor, something like that, Jonathan Haidt. And he's been on every major.
Spell that, H-I-T-E?
H-A-I-D-T, The Anxious Generation. And it is an incredible book, breaking down with the charts, children over the last several decades. And the bottom line for all of this, because I don't want to bore everybody, is the real decline for children and their mental health, 2015. And also is when 92% of all kids had an iPhone. It's all connected, and there's all these different studies. It's fantastic. So bringing this forth and learning from this, and the bottom line is talk to your kids, get off the devices, realize the detriment to their mental health. Realize now we have AI. Where do we go from here? That you have to take charge in some capacity, because as we work in Washington on these issues and the red tape, we have learned big tech doesn't care. That's really the bottom line. They care about making money. It's profit over people. And so we are going to have to be those warriors to put the guardrails up. The only guardrails that are going to protect as we work on legislation, which is not moving fast enough, okay? And AI is moving fast every single day, is we are going to have to do the work. And if that means delay is the way, we can't tell you when to buy your child a device. Make sure you understand with your schools what is going on, because they are, most states right now have bell to bell, meaning you cannot have a cell phone in the classroom, which is a great thing. Yet they're assigning homework that's being done on computers.
Yeah.
So, all right, at least you might have 6 hours of they're conversing, they're not distracted, the teachers aren't distracted, the kids aren't distracted. It lessens it, okay, but they're still going to have to do the homework on it. Where the predators, remember, wherever the kids are, so are the predators. So we're going to have to do work in the house, parents, guardians, grandparents, whatever the family dynamic is, but we really have to talk to the kids, because the mental decline, and now the AIs cashing in on that mental decline because of the chatbots, which are digital friends.
What about Gemini? You said something about.
So there's something, this is something I'll be, actually the letter's probably there in my email right now, started by a great colleague of ours in California. Every school, you're supposed to sign off on any technical things, right? Like programs, apps your children are using. Yet most parents say, we just thought it's the school, we signed a permission slip, we didn't really look at what they're offering. But what they're doing for homework, again, they're assigning you use your computer, iPad, right, laptop, Chromebook, is they're slipping this program in called Gemini, which is this AI, horrific, predator-filled kind of thing. So most parents, they get the slip, they read it, and little Susie has to be, blah, 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 blah. Do you give permission for her to? And most parents are busy. They sign it. They're not asking. They see a list of things, but they're not really going in and researching, what is this? What is that? What is Gemini? So that's where we come in. If you have any questions, you can contact, go to our website, linswarriors.org. protectyoungeyes.com is a wonderful site for anything technical. We really have to do the work. We have to start putting it in. We have to be the ones that put the guardrails up and get the kids away from devices as much as we can. Because, right, we live in a digital world. It's not. Right. But let's make it work for us, the best to our ability. But everybody has to be on the lookout. Chatbots, the most dangerous thing everybody can agree on. There's tons of lawsuits. The first big lawsuit starts in January, holding big tech accountable. And in Washington, we are working on calling this a product so people can sue. Because if you create a chatbot, and from our whistleblowers, right, our big tech whistleblowers, they knew these were harmful, all these things.
Right.
That is a product you're putting out that is harmful. You can sue. So we have a lot going on with that. I don't want to bore everybody with that. But
not bore at all. It's critical.
AI, artificial intelligence, you have to wake up.
What about Roblox?
Roblox. Here's the thing about Roblox. It's one of the worst. If not, I can't even say the worst, because they're all bad. Roblox, so many kids, millions of kids are on Roblox, and every parent I say, oh, does your teen use Roblox? Sure. Do you know what Roblox is? No. I don't know. They build things or something. That is so filled with predators. We have so many problems, again, with all the platforms. Roblox in particular, because so many kids and young kids. Remember, this is the only business, okay, the internet, right? Because we've had, seatbelts and bicycle helmets, and there's guardrails around things. Why is the internet? And parents are crazy about that, right? Wear a bicycle helmet, wear your seatbelt, don't drink and drive, don't take drugs. But they're not crazy about the internet. That's the disconnect I do not understand. This is opening your front door and allowing. And remember, all of this predation now is organized crime. It's really not.
Absolutely.
A little bit, we might say, for shorthand, mom and pop type of things. It has become a global, because it's such a runaway train. They know they can get away with it. It has become so global in scope that it is organized crime. And the biggest crime is in this predation, this trafficking of kids, kids buying drugs on Snap. Why is that allowed? Why is any of this allowed with minors? So we're working, there's so many issues, but you have to be at the forefront and help. Everybody's got to help with this one.
Well, darling, they're going to do it. And we want to say to you, our dear friends, thank you so very much. We love you. We think you're terrific. Johnny Jelaine, thank you so much for your kindness this eve. And we're gonna
party hard.
What were you
now.
watching the other night? You were trying, but you lied.
Well, I mean, I'm embarrassed, but therapeutically, after a long day, I put on the worst shows to get in bed at night that one can imagine, just to not think about,
And that one would be.
And last night it was Victoria Beckham.
But you couldn't even watch it.
Well, I passed out and fell asleep, but I was bored by her.
There's nothing to be.
Well, it was supposed to be a Spice Girls originally, and I thought, I like to go back sometimes and look at writing and characters and just see scenarios for my own. But this was bad.
Sometimes
it's a 3-part series, but I got through 5 minutes. I fell asleep.
Another thing I want to tell you too. Another thing. Hey, Charlie Sheen, we've heard your story. It's enough.
Well, Charlie has a book out, so
Charlie. Why am I going to read the book? You've been on 9 million
you know what I
shows.
say about Charlie? I was thinking about something. I can't believe he's still alive.
Well, that's true.
No, but I mean, I know all the things he's done, and people have said he has done the amount of drugs like nobody's ever seen.
And he's gay.
Well, I don't know what he is, but
gay.
What is that?
No, but I'm saying he just. Well, I experimented. You're gay. Say it.
I don't know what he is. All I know
But
what he said.
But if he's putting on a book,
but I'm bored by him.
I'm
bored by him.
But
already.
if it's on every goddamn show, why am I going to buy the book, Charlie? I mean, seriously. Let me get this straight. You use drugs. Hey, there's something novel. I never thought about that.
But you know what? He was a very good actor in the day.
Very good.
I feel sad his father and brother won't come out and support him in any way.
No, because they're probably kind of in a weird way, kind of jealous a little bit because he was really the star.
I know, but
whatever.
But I also, before we finish, I do have to mention something about Bad Bunny.
Go ahead.
Because I've been thinking about it all night. I do think we have to talk about Bad Bunny. Not to the extent, because we have a lot of other issues to talk about. Because, again, the Super Bowl is one of our last vestiges, I think, of family coming together, friends coming together.
And America.
I keep thinking they unfurl the flag. They have the national anthem. Everybody's there. Food, right? Family again. And we've been having it for about 2 decades, kind of these sexual, like Bruce Springsteen, that wasn't like sexual, but we've had J-Lo without her pants on. We've had Shakira shaking and all that stuff. But this is, again, our kids are watching, especially teens, especially teen boys. Oh, a lot of girls watch too, the Super Bowl. And they're seeing this hyper-sexualized, anti-American. Remember, he's defund the police, anti-ICE, all this crap. It is more of that subliminal, I say, messaging to our youth. Further breakdown of, but I'm wandering a little bit with this one, but I think.
Man, he says, oh my God, I thought Bad Bunny was a woman. Might be.
And bad. Remember I did an interview and I kept saying Big Bunny?
Yeah. I think I did too. I
did a Big Bunny.
But here's the only thing I'm saying is, the worst thing in the world is to tell the NFL, listen, we're going to do Roger Goodell.
But Jay-Z runs that.
Okay. Roger Goodell is going to say, look, we're the NFL. You're not going to not watch a Super Bowl.
He is a superstar.
But
no, he's not a superstar. I take that back. He has a lot of followers. I don't know how to phrase what he is.
All they have to do is just say, for example, he's nothing. Move on.
How can you have somebody who publicly proclaims anti-ICE and then they're at the Super Bowl with the American flag?
They're not going to take him off. They're not going to do it. So the best way to do it is to liquidate is important by saying it doesn't matter.
I say turn off the Super Bowl halftime show and watch something else.
Okay, fine.
I say write a letter to Roger Goodell.
But
I'm sorry. I don't like it.
The best way to show this is to say it's old. Listen, Bunny, you're not saying Miss Bunny. Remember that, Miss Bunny? Or was her name Barbara or something?
First of all, bunnies are cute. So I don't like calling him even Bad Bunny because that's.
Say, listen, bad. Listen, BB.
BB. It's not
BB. Bad Bunny. But don't. We've been through this. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? We've heard this before. It's an old. Why don't you just sing a song? You're not shocking anybody. That'd be the worst. Go ahead, say it. We've heard it a million times. What are you going to do?
I don't think it's just about those lyrics. We've been through this before. It is
Let
about.
me see. There we go. Let me make sure. You got it.
It is about. He is very anti-American.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I
say
think it's
he's
a big
gonna
deal.
be there. They're not going to take him off, and every time we do this, we're making him even more popular. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're fine.
Different from the scantily
Look at all the
clad.
stuff you took off. You
I
wore
had
all
to.
that?
I had to start
Wow.
getting some things off.
It's like 10 pounds of
things are getting heavy around me. You know.
Whoa. There you go.
It's not a good messaging, and God.
Well, anyway, God bless America. We love you, folks. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for being a warrior, everybody.
Thank you.
Protect our children.
And support President Trump. Remember, he's the best thing we've got. He's not perfect. He does some pretty weird stuff sometimes, but I love him. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to follow Lynn's Warriors. Subscribe, Lynn's Warriors. She's got some great stuff coming up with Lynn's Warriors. And also, make sure you like this and subscribe to Lionel Nation. All right, my friends, have a great day. Come here, give me sugar.
Sugar.
And until then, my friends, remember, the monkey's dead. Show's over. Sue you. Dad.